One of the biggest problems on construction projects, especially with utilities, is not knowing what's actually done, what's almost done, and what's about to become a problem. Everything's all spread out between people, notes, memories, and you end up guessing. So I wanted to come on here and show you guys how I'd actually track a real project so you can see exactly what's going on at any given time. Now, think about utilities. Water, sewer, electrical, storm drains, manholes, all that. They're all happening at different locations with different crews, different stages between all of them. So if you don't have a clear system, you're always going to be stuck asking what's done, what needs inspection, what needs striping, what valves need adjusting, where are they, what's falling behind, and where is money. No one actually knows for sure. You're just spitballing back and forth off word of mouth. So what I've gone ahead and done is made a very brief outline of the city of Long Beach and split it into 5 zones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 zones, they're not indicative of anything. They're just broad. They separate the city into 5 workable sections. What I'm going to go ahead and do is hide this boundary line around the whole city, and we just have our 5 zones. You can see you can pin them, hide them, maneuver around them, delete them, and then when you need to bring them back, you just go to zone layers and you go to view. So the first thing I would do if I was creating this project for my job is I'd come in here to custom pins, as the other categories aren't really relevant. RFIs, directives, change orders, submittals, they could happen. Potentially these 3 will happen, but we're going to be able to branch the rest together with custom pins. So I'm going to go ahead and do is create my first category. We are going to say for this first one, let's go water. Let's make it blue. We can change the icon if we want. I don't really think any of these are going to be relevant. I'm going to keep it as a pin. So we're going to have a few statuses. Let's see. I think I'm going to want to name these. Let's see. Scheduled. In progress. Let's go. I think we're just going to need to put the rest as checklist items. Go scheduled, in progress, complete. We can have terminal status as complete. We need to add some default checklist item. Needs striping. There's one. Needs adjustment or adjusting. Needs inspection sign off. Okay, so we can always add these or delete these from each one, you know, if we end up not needing any adjusting or striping, but these are going to be very common for this. So let's create this category. So now we're going to make gas. Let's make it green. Let's do scheduled, in progress, complete, closed. I think closed we're going to need also on this one, because complete could mean it still has checklist items. So let's do the same items. Let's go. Needs striping. Add that. Needs adjustment. Let's add that. Needs inspection sign off. Let's add that. Then we can create this category. We can go to edit the existing. Let's go to water. Let's go complete, and let's add a closed category and then change this to that. Update. Okay, gas, water. Let's add sewer. Thinking a good one for sewer could be orange. So we're gonna do the same thing. Scheduled, in progress, complete, closed. Keep all these the same. Let's go in the same thing. Needs striping. Needs valve, or needs adjusting. Needs inspection sign off. Create. Oh, Did I add the last one? I don't think I added it. Needs adjusting. Here we go. Let's add it. Needs inspection. Sign off. Almost did it again. Okay, update. Cool. Now we have our categories. We have one for each of the 3 that we are going to be doing. So, I guess let's make a new pin. Let's say date of 4/13/2026. Water job or water 001. Let's go put it in the water category. Let's put it as, I guess we could do scheduled. Well, this one, since it's today, will be in progress. Let's start it as in progress. Let's go some details on it. Needs you to take alley. Or needs TC to take alleyway. We can put the completion as whatever if you want to say that your jobs are started or 25% completion and be able to talk to it later, or 0% if it's scheduled. Perfect. And then you can add these when it's done. And I am going to take some liberty. Where's our project zone? I forgot to set it. Okay, I'm going to take some liberty to put this on Spring and Carson. Well, sorry, Spring and Clark in Long Beach. As you can see, it'll add it right here for us. So now that pin is set. Zone detected from location. Perfect. Let's create pin. Okay, great. Now, instead of just knowing that the utilities do exist, I can actually see where everything is. And this is where things already are going to get easier because your brain naturally understands locations way better than a spreadsheet. I mean, you just have spreadsheets saying here, there, wherever. I mean, that can get completely overwhelming. But just putting points on a map isn't enough. You need to know what stage everything's in. Now, when you go to open this in progress, 0 out of 3 checklist items, you're going to be able to see your checklist, exactly what needs to be done to get terminal completion status, as well as you can set the progress based on this. And anything you need to remove, you can remove it as well and add a different item if this one specifically has anything you need for it. And you can check it on the map in comparison to your other items. Go down, update the pin. Progress isn't a label, it's a checklist. Most people say this is almost done, but really that doesn't mean anything unless you know what's left and what's already done. Now, I'm going to add a few more, so I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I've gone and populated just a few more little pins. I've got 2 water ones, I've got 2 gas ones with 1 completed, and I've got 2 sewer ones. So, these are all at various stages between everything. I think actually this one would be better to say this is done, just needs inspection sign off. So now what we can do based on this information, the 50% average because of the 100% completed and the rest being scheduled, we can take all this information based on the in progress, scheduled, and complete or semi-complete. Nothing is fully done and closed out except gas 2. Gas 2 is marked off as fully completed. So we can go in here past the section where you'll be able to add photos or attachments if you needed to add a final update file. We can go and update the pin. And then here's where things get interesting. Instead of digging through everything manually, especially when we have dozens and dozens of custom pins in different categories going around, we can actually go right here to risk reports and Q&A. And here we can ask, based on custom pins, what utilities are currently in progress? And we can submit and wait for a response. Utilities currently in progress. Water number 1. In progress, completion percent 0, zone none. Not currently in progress. Gas, scheduled and complete. 414 gas 01 scheduled, gas number 2 complete, sewer scheduled only. So this is perfect. We can see just based on this one question, it went above and beyond, and we can see which ones are complete and which ones are not even in progress. Now, let's go ask it another question. Let's say, what still let's say, based on checklist items, what points still need inspection? We can see what it comes back with. All right, here we go. Checklist points still needing inspection, not complete. All pins except gas 2 are not complete and therefore still need inspection and or verification. Water in progress, gas O2 in progress, sewer O1. Notes, category status indicates the same. Overall completion. None are flagged overdue, so they remain pending inspection due to incomplete status. We can export this if needed. And now instead of guessing, I get a clear breakdown on what's going on. This is where it goes from tracking to actually understanding your project. The problem is, mistakes usually happen when something is almost done but one step's missed. Inspection gets delayed, or compaction is not reached, backfill doesn't happen, or something just gets forgotten. So now I can actually see that as well as inquire before anything actually happens. So instead of chasing through updates, digging through notes, or asking people constantly, you can just look on the map and understand what's happening. Same idea works for jobs, crews, even leads if you're in sales. The goal isn't just to track things on Heavy Civil Helper, it's to actually stay ahead of them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one. We'll keep expanding this as we go. Let me know if you guys have any feedback or any support you'd like implemented.